Right, we're going to drill the shank now. You've probably seen this before, but we'll show you anyway, in case there's any new viewers. 2 blocks of wood. There's a hole drilled through there to hold the shank. They come together as shells. Clamp with these nuts and bolts to make sure that it's held in there without turning. That's just to clamp it to the bed. Everything's locked down tight. Hopefully the drill bit is centred, and we've got a little mark on there to give us about 2 inches, and we hope everything's vertical. We can do a similar thing but with different blocks of wood on the head. I think in this case though it might just be done freehand. So here we go. There we go. So pretty central. They do have a habit of running off these things. They get into the grain. It doesn't matter how much you line these things up. Whatever you do, as I say, you can have the thing running off. But it's near as damn it. Just open this up. So what we'll have here, that's good and tight. We have a bit of leather in there just to tighten up on the smaller shanks. There we go. Still a tight fit. There we go, it's coming now. They're not normally this tight. It's only because we're on camera. It's the gremlins. Oh, I'll tell you what I've not done. I've not released this back nut. This is part of the problem with when you're doing a video. You're not concentrated. You're trying to sort of do your job and do the video. So there we are. Just a bit of a leather sleeve just to take up the slack when the shanks are a bit narrower. And you can see what we've got there. It's just a shell, that's all it is. We've lost a nut, but we'll find that later on. This will probably be Imperial from 1923 or something. The box full of my dad's old nuts and bolts. So there we go. So that's that done, and the next thing is to we need to make a peg, and we need to drill that head. Right, we've got ourselves a piece of offcut, so not sure what that is. I think it's staple or something. We mark the ends. We're going to put it in the lathe now, and we're going to just turn that down to a peg for that 13mm hole, and then once we've got that done, we'll have a look at doing the head, drilling the head. Right, okay, here we go. So this is the way I set my handles up normally. As long as you've got some straight edges, you're fairly safe. So we'll turn this jig around so you can have a look, see what's happening. It's upside down. I've got a bit of tack cloth just to protect the carving from getting itself on the timber. So you can see what we're doing. Right, so this is the way I drill the handles. I have this this jig, and as I say, as long as you've got some square edges, or relatively so, you should be okay. So you can see, I think, what's going on there. Everything has to be trued up when you're making the jig, and when we have crooks, I don't know whether that's going to happen with this or not. I have one for crooks, which I put a bit of a incline on it, because you do want a slightly proud heel. So there we go. So that's what we're doing. We'll be drilling in a minute. We'll come back to you. Right, so there you are. You can see the handle's been drilled. The only thing I omitted to say before, this jig does get clamped down to the bed of the drill stand, so nothing moves around. Everything clamped down. Right, here's a little tip. I like to use wooden pegs for joining the handle and the shank together. And the one thing with these, as I say, if you get a good tight fit, then it's almost impossible to press the two together when you're gluing up, especially with epoxy resin. It's very, thick and what have you. So you don't want to run out, and it creates like a vacuum. So I like to do my pegs just a touch undersized. Sometimes I'll put cut a channel in them, let the glue run out. The other thing you can do, as I say, because you want your handle and your shank fairly tight on when you're getting your joints right, is to drop a bit of super glue on one side and the other, and then just roll that in some sawdust off your bandsaw. Let that dry. Then you've got a good tight fit, but you've still got that gap either side, so the glue can escape. And same goes for when you put your handle on. So once that's on, and I mean that's still a bit slack, to tell you the truth, but once that's on, you can start aligning things and marking things off, seeing where they're going to be the straightest, So right, so that's not bad. So the next thing now is to start taking this material off and mating the neck here to the shank. We might take a wee bit off this. It's a little bit long, really. We've got somewhere. We've got a nice brass collar for this. So, as I say, whether with the collar on, I think it probably just wants shortening. You probably want to be up there somewhere. So we can adjust that and drill a bit more. So that's all to be done yet. And as we progress, we'll come back to you. Right, so we've reduced this in length, drilled up a little bit more because the jig and everything's still in the same position, taken a little bit off the peg, and we've marked up the back for where we want the thing to line up. So we need to start taking material off here now, and then mate up the collar. I like to recess them if I can. Yeah, we're going to have to just recess that a little bit. It's a good, nice fit. So that's where we're at the moment, folks. So the thing's coming along slowly. A good idea is once you've got the mark on your shank where you want the back to be, and you're going to line up with the head, just pop a mark on the top there, because as you start sanding this and working on it, you're going to lose that mark at the back, but you'll always have that there. So that's your mark. You don't have to stick to it, but it's best to have that, and then you know where you're at. Right, so that's the size of the stick, so that's our guideline for taking waste off. So now we're just going to put the fordham on that and round that off. Right, well that's it for today, folks. The fordham's packed in, so I've got to find some leads for it and do a repair, and it's too late in the day now. So when we get the fordham fixed, we'll come back and we'll take some bulk off this and get everything lined up. I tried it on the sanding disc, but it needs a new disc on it. It's burning rather than sanding. So that's it for now. To say when we get the Fordham fixed, we'll come back and we'll carry on. Thanks for watching.